Hello friends, welcome you all in this lecture. Today we will discuss the divide and conquer method, the first paradigm of design the algorithm. As I told you in earlier lecture that there are various paradigms, there are various methods, various techniques of designing an algorithm. So this is the one of the method or technique by which we can design the algorithm. So divide and conquer method is used when the problem size is very large and is it of recursive case. Okay, in that case, we can use the concept of the divide and conquer method. So, as we in real life, we can see that when a problem is large enough, so instead of solving a large problem, what we can do, we can divide the large problem into a smaller problem and then individually solve those problems so that it becomes easy. The same concept is also here, that in divide and conquer, we divide the bigger problem into smaller problem and then individually each smaller problem is solved. So the divide and conquer method has three steps. First one is the dividing the problem, then conquer, and then combine. Divide means dividing the problem into number of sub-problems that are smaller instances of the same problem. Means by dividing the originality of problem doesn't change. It remains the same problem. But after dividing, what happens instead of a big problem, now it becomes a set of smaller problems. In next step, conquer. In the next step, conquer, we conquer the subproblems or we solve the subproblems by solving them recursively. Okay, if the subproblem size are smaller enough means when size is 1, then we solve them in straightforward method. Straightforward manner. And lastly, combine. Means combine the solution of the subproblem into the solution for the original problem. So in the last step, the solution of each individual subproblems are combined together to get the solution of the original problem. Okay. So here, in case of divide and conquer problem, when the subproblems are large enough, okay. So when the subproblems are large enough to solve recursively, we say that it is the recursive case. When means when until the division is possible, until the division is possible, it is known as the recursive case, right? And once the subproblems become small enough that no longer recursive. When no longer recursive means small enough means when its size is of 1. When size becomes 1, then further division is not possible. And when further division is not possible, then we can say that the recursion bottom out. And we have got the base case. So the bottom out happen when the sequence to be sorted has length 1, in which case there is no work to be done. Why? Because every sequence of length 1 is already in sorted order. If you are taking the example of sorting, right? So the divide and conquer is when applied, and conquer is applied when the problem size is large enough. So there are various problems which can be solved by using divide and conquer. For example, binary search, right? Binary search is when binary search is applied. Binary search is applied when the list is in sorted order. So what happened in binary search? In binary search, the list is divided into two parts, and how it is divided into two parts. So first of all, we take the we obtain the middle element, and to obtain the middle element, we take the first index of first element and index of last element. And index of first element plus index of last element is divided by 2. So we got the middle element. And if middle element is matched with the element that we are searching, then we can say that the searching is successful. Otherwise, the whole list is divided into two parts. Right? Again, repeat the same procedure in the first part and second part. Right? So these are the few examples of the divide and conquer. Like binary search is an example of divide and conquer. You can see here the description is given here. This is the uh, algorithm and the how to analyze. So we can see here the binary search algorithm takes the O of login. This is another problem which can be solved by using divide and conquer, that is quick sort. Okay, this is the example of quick sort. Merge sort also is an example of divide and conquer. See, the merge sort takes and login, right? So uh, these are the few examples which can be solved by using the divide and conquer. Thank you.